Hello, my wonderful friends. Welcome. Please pay no attention to the name of that save file. And welcome to another very informative and enlightening and all those other words adventurous episode of Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. The director's cut. Ugh. I'm sorry. I was just doing my For Greg's voice, and it was the whole thing. And have I done my for Greg's voice in an episode before? I'm not particularly sure. Anyway, my parents are out in the front. Oh yeah, I'm back to living with my parents, and I gotta pretty much use every opportunity I got when I have some privacy.
Sinister and Dexter were carved on either side. Now any good convent girl like me knows the old Roman for left, right, left, right. But what did it mean here? Rolling out the painted cylinder, it read,
SDSSDSS. S.
Nothing happened.
D.
Nothing happened.
Oh wait, do we need to put something in first? Do we need to put this in? I guess so. I like this weird marimba music. I don't remember this.
Stone cylinder slotted into the hole with a satisfying click.
Is that playing from my YouTube? God, that would be embarrassing. No, I swear it's from the game.
A satisfying click told me I turned it to the right position. It felt like tumblers in a safe.
But hopefully it's not the tumblers in a safe puzzle
Another
from
click, another step closer.
Grim Fandango, because that was pretty awful. Grim Fandango is just too hard. I like it a lot, but I'm probably never gonna LP it.
I love the sound of locks clicking open.
Really hard. Also, it didn't work on my last computer. My last computer was not a great gaming computer. This computer is not... It's not too it's a little fancy. I don't know. I feel like it's an improvement because all my games seem to run very well.
Oh my God. The slab came down with a hell of a force.
All my games seem to run pretty well on this thing. But, you know, I'm not big into, you know, games that require a lot of fancy 3D graphics or online multiplayer or any of that fancy stuff that usually does games.
I touched the slot. Nothing bad happened, which was good.
I've always been attached to my fingers.
This slot was designed for something specific.
But what?
But what?
Well... Shoot. Do we need to get Karshan's stone slot thingy again?
I removed the
We might. What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this?
Ut lex vel ut next sumito.
To the law or unto death submit. Alright.
Submit. I guess these people didn't believe in
liberté, égalité, and that other one.
I'll admit it. I
was a SWAT at school.
I also wore lipstick and the nuns never knew.
What does that mean? And how can you hide the fact that you're wearing lipstick? I'll just take this back out so I can use it for another puzzle. I should have done that already, but I'm not a speedrunner and I don't have this frickin' game memorized or something, you know. What? This... Yeah, okay, never mind.
Lifting the cross closed the entrance door and also opened some kind of stone panel. Ingenious.
Okay. Before we do that...
There's nothing to hold it up.
Yeah, I know that. I already know that this is going to be a puzzle coming up, so I'm just going to do it. And, that's probably not how you want to LP an adventure game, but I've never LP'd an adventure game before, so I'm like, oh, should I do this puzzle the quick way? or the way that a first-time player would play it, and kind of talk through it as be like, huh, I wonder what it would be if this happened. Because Skull Kid 3 was the first LPer that I ever really watched and really enjoyed, and he did a lot of adventure games. He did a really enjoyable, a couple times he would go through, like, the AGS website, the Adventure Game Studio, which is sort of like a little game maker tool for people who want to make adventure games, sort of like RPG Maker is for people who, you know, want to make RPGs. It's in the name, Johnny. Aha! That did something!
The artifact slotted into the hole perfectly. Behind the old walls, I could hear some kind of mechanism groaning into life, but whatever had been triggered had now jammed.
Can we remove this now?
I removed the shell. The cross didn't drop back down. Some kind of mechanism was holding it up.
Yeah, it's my brain. My brain is holding it up because I'm that much of a telekinetic, psychokinetic, psychosomatic endocrinoscopist.
Another good use for a shell case. Another secret room. Somebody
had something to hide, but what was it? What I was looking for?
Was it what I was?
I don't know, Nicole. What are you looking for? Looking for a good time? Looking for a nice, you know, someone to settle down with? Or no? I don't understand that whole thing about settle down, but maybe I will when I'm older.
This was a stateroom.
Shut up about that.
And how did it tie in with Carchon?
Everything ties in with Carchon because doesn't Carchon? No, that's cornichon. It's like a type of pickle. Shut up, Zachary. Let's see. Can we interact with...
Amazing.
Amazing.
The thing still worked. The room lit up bright as day.
That ridiculous humming sound. It's like... It's dumb. Why is there this hole in the wall? Can I click on it, please, without you walking and moving the screen? Thank you.
That wasn't going to help.
That wasn't going to help.
A slot. Next, it was like being back in kinder.
Go back out and grab the cylinder again. Grab this. Sorry. I feel bad. Yeah, okay. And now I have to redo that whole puzzle. Disappointing. No. No. You hear that tinkly sound? That's like the chime that always plays when you're like getting a puzzle right. It's funny. Okay. Now can I take this?
I removed.
I can. Shell case in the slot in the wall. I doubt it, but let's see. No, I didn't think so.
I wasn't going to find any.
Okay, fine. It's a map of Europa.
The flags had faded.
Slow.
Fascist regalia. A message of hate.
I love how her turning animation isn't even an animation. It's one frame slightly to the left, one frame center, and then one frame slightly to the right. Anyway, fascist regalia. But we don't got no fascism here in America, right? Ah, great.
Inside the drawer, I found
The
a
dro.
note
The dro.
written in some kind of
I never heard of a dro, Nicole. What are you talking about? What's the note? What's the note? Oh, goodness. Okay. We'll look at that in a second. For now, let's look at the table.
It was pretty clear from the lack of dust that someone had been working very recently at this desk.
It was Cachon. That's me.
Oh my god.
Oh my
The
good,
sheet
mon
was
dieu.
a printout with my personal information.
My favorite food to my waist size.
Everything from my favorite food to my waist size. They were right about chocolate. But come on, guys. I'm a size 10. There was even a picture of me, taken with a telephoto lens. Carchon wouldn't have taken these pictures himself. This was big and organized. I was part of it. And people were getting murdered.
Well, that's not very nice. Tu déguisé le justicier du 20 whatever siècle.
This was
This
the
game
article
didn't-
I'd written about the costume killer.
This game came out in the
My
90s, so what are they
suspicions were
talking
right.
about 20th
Carchon
century,
had cut it
21st
out.
century?
2 businessmen had been killed. One in Italy, one in Japan. In each case, the killer had worn a costume, a penguin, and then a snowman.
See, that's
But
why
that
she was
wasn't
talking
the
about a
only link
penguin and a
between the two
snowman.
murders. Both
in an
the victims
earlier.
had been big media do-gooders, and I
I
proved
proved
they were just the opposite.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
how did they fit in with Carchon?
How were they
My
the opposite?
articles about the costume killer.
Yes, okay.
My article.
Okay.
One thing.
Anything.
My the dregs at the bottom. It wasn't. One thing was clear.
Well, she hasn't talked about Arno and Yamada yet, so. Am I spoiling that? I'm sorry.
Don't.
Don't you just hate it when that happens? Oh. Oh.
A photo, long lost, had fallen down the back of the drawer. It was very old, but there was no mistaking the guy in the foreground. Carchon. Behind him were soldiers, a burning village, and a corpse.
Is
The
that what that
photograph was
is?
cropped
That's a
on the
corpse?
right-hand side. Somebody else in the picture obviously didn't want to be in it anymore. I wasn't surprised. This was Africa in the 60s.
Ooh.
An uprising was being brutally suppressed.
And he's taking
And
a
here was Mr.
selfie
Media himself
in front of the carnage
doing the suppressing.
with
The
Sasha
photograph was
9
not
in the
just
background.
powerful evidence. It was also
My ticket to one,
one
explosive story. Sure was. Well, we know that Carchon's first name is Pierre, so why don't we start with that? This is a really cool puzzle. Alright, but how the heck did people do this in the old days without a walkthrough? I'll never know. Pierre. This might be report. Let's try it. So that would make this guy a T. Report to... Alright, that looks... I think that's an S. That must be an H. That might be report tomorrow. This is to... That probably says both. Oh, come on. That probably says but. But this is too urgent. Alright, so... This says together. That should be great. So, you know, just do the vowels. This is too urgent to wait. Okay, so that does say tomorrow. But then that makes that, okay. I don't think that says tomorrow. So let's forget about the M. Well, I know what this word is. Hello? No, I didn't want to do that. This is not a coincidence. Alright. Indeed, it seems that all of us who... Okay. Oh, full report to follow. Duh. Okay. I already know that this is Arno and Yamada. So if you know that, that's a good place to start. That says Arno and Yamada right there, which has a lot of A's in it, so that's how you would... all of us who came together in July, it's probably what that says. Oh, I just have to guess what the last letter is. That's great. Take great care. Well, it's either a Q, a V, or an X, or a Z. Let's try all of them.
I had decrypted the note. It read, Pierre, full report to follow. But this is too urgent to wait. Arno and Yamada both dead. This is not a coincidence. Indeed, it seems that all of us who came together in July are in danger. Take great care. X. I wasn't the only one to make the connection between the costume killer murders. I'd been right all along. That was why he had asked to meet me. But what did I know that he didn't? I had enough for a story. An amazing story that was going to make my reputation and blow Conscience to pieces. I needed to get home fast and start typing.
What did you know that he didn't, or what did he know that you didn't? I'm confused. You would think he would know more about it.
Nico?
Bonsoir!
Hey, Ronnie, you cracked open the champagne yet?
Are you crazy?
What's wrong? Wait a minute. You didn't print it, did you?
Ronnie.
Of course I didn't print.
That's the best piece I've written.
The last, as far as I'm concerned.
It's
Oh,
important.
It's suicidal. You can't destroy a national hero.
But...
He deserved it.
His corpse isn't even cold.
Ronnie, 2 hours ago I told you what I'd found. You loved it. You begged me to write it up immediately.
2 hours is a long time in newspapers, Nico.
Someone's got to you, haven't they?
Jeez.
Listen up, Nicole, and listen good. Pierre Carchon
Listen
had a lot of
good.
friends, powerful friends. For your own sake,
Forget what happened.
you got it. End of conversation. Good night.
You can't fire her. I mean, I get what you're trying to do is keep her safe.
This should have been my big break.
From...
I knew there was nowhere else
God
to
knows
sell the
who.
story. If Ronnie wouldn't print it, nobody
Oh, I
would.
think I've hit 20 minutes already. Maybe I can cut it there. But this next phone call is kind of important, so I don't want to cut it there.
Bonsoir, Cola.
Bonsoir!
Collard, my name is Plantard. I need to talk to you about your story. Your Pierre Carchon story.
How did you know about that?
There
Of
are
course
people
he's
out there,
wearing a
madame, who will be very
stereotypical, like,
upset
detective
by this
hat.
story.
Oh, really? Well, it's their lucky day. It's been spiked.
Yes, I know. We must meet.
He spiked it.
I have information relating to your costume killer
Oh,
stories.
but he
Tomorrow
wants to give
morning,
us
8 a.m. Café de la Chandelle
8
Verte,
a.m.
Rue
Jeez, I
Alain
have to
Fort.
set an
I
alarm
shall
for
be wearing
that
a grey
stuff.
overcoat. You must talk to no one about this.
Sorry, I'm
can't
taking a
tell
break
me
from
what to-
cursing. I don't know.
Tomorrow at 8. I'll be waiting.
Ooh, 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 ooh. I gotta
People
burp.
complain about
I'm
newspaper
sorry.
articles
I'm
all the
sorry.
time, but not usually before they're printed. I was beginning to feel scared. This guy, Plantard.
Serious
Could I
situation you
trust
got
him?
on your
Should
hands,
I meet him
Nico.
or forget the whole business? I didn't have an answer.
I'll at least ask him to pay for your coffee.